Right, so we've arrived on site. We're at reception here, and there's normally two lanes as you come in, one for people to go straight through and one where you'd pull up and park your van. You'd go into reception, tell them your name, and presumably you've pre-booked, and they'll want to see your membership card. Now obviously here we're talking about club sites only. They take payment, and in most sites then they'd say, go and find your pitch, see which one you like, have a drive round, and once you've sighted, come back and tell me, then you get the key for the barrier. And then you go and pitch up, and we'll do that next.
Okay, we've chose the pitch. Now it's unhitching and getting on it. Okay, we generally, first of all, get the motor mover ready. And then it's a matter of dropping the leg, disconnecting the electrics, and we are basically unhitched. Now we're just going to put the motor mover on. Okay, and we'll just motor mover it on to the pitch. As you can see, motor movers make easy work of it. One thing you must do, especially on caravan club sites, is line the rear end of your caravan up with the white peg. These days they have changed the rules so you can put the front of your caravan lined up with the front of the peg, but we generally always go this way. Okay, now the important part is trying to level it. I'll show you what we have in the front.
See that? Right. The crucial one is the one at the front, and that's saying that we're pretty much level side to side, which means we haven't got to use a ramp, which is great. So to check front to back, what I'll do is just go in the van and check the washroom door.
Okay, we'll follow Richard round.
Tilting back a little, so I'm just going to wind the jockey wheel down just to sit forward a fraction.
Obviously you can use your spirit level, but we always use this bathroom door swinging business. If we can open it and it doesn't close itself, then we're happy.
Still got a slight tilt on it, but I'm happy with that. We're gonna settle for that, I think.
Yeah, we always tilt a little bit to the back, don't we?
Yep.
Allows the drains to drain off. Anyway, we'll come back.
Right, so I've got the van in position. I'm just going to turn the power off to the mover. And at the moment, the van's only being held in place by the mover. So first thing we need to do is get the handbrake on and chop the wheel. then we'll release the mover, which takes the control away from the wheel. If you're lucky, you might have an electric one which does this for you. Okay. And next job, get the legs down. Key thing here is not to wind them down too much. They're there just to steady the van, not to support it. So just feel, you can start to feel the weight of the van. And we'll turn that, and that should be enough. And do the same with the other three.
Okay, right, we'll come back when we've got some more to show you.
Right, next up is the power. Your standard lead will be 25 metres in length. And in a lot of cases you'll find you won't need that. But the one thing you must make sure you do is always fully unwind it. Otherwise, if you use a lot of appliances, it will heat up and potentially catch fire. So I'm just going to remember the socket end caravan. Just to push fit. Plenty of spare here.
Going to go up and down the hedgerow, which get through. Okay, as you see, Richard is giving it plenty of slack so the cable don't overheat. Okay, well that's it for the moment. We're going to take you inside now. Okay, right, while Richard is doing all the outside, generally as soon as he's got the legs down, I jump in and start setting up. It's pretty easy to set up really. You're just going to take things out of the cupboard that you're going to use during the week, stack things away, make sure all your curtains are pulled back during travel. They sometimes flop open. The fridge is one of the things that you must do as soon as you go in. Is set your fridge onto mains or whatever you're using. It could be gas, but whatever you're doing. The other thing is get ready for while Richard is filling the water up and getting ready to put the water on connection. Obviously bring your tap round and open it up to the hot position, ready for Richard to put that water through the system. Do it with this one and the one in the bathroom. That enables the air to be blown out of the pipes, and you turn it off basically when your water starts to run smoothly and stop gurgling. So that's all you have to do now, is basically get set up and then put the kettle on when we're all done that. And we're not going to show you setting up because everyone does that to their own ways and whatever they want out. Okay, join you again soon.
Right, so back outside again while Trev's continuing sorting out stuff inside. We're going to turn our attention to the waterworks. So we're going to fill our water barrel, connect that up, connect up the wastewater container to the back, and then finally charge the toilet cassette with the toilet fluid. And we're going to do the water first. Right, so we're going to fill the water now. Typical Caravan Club service point. One tap for drinking water and one for the wastewater to rinse out as well. Right, so while that's filling up, this is typical Caravan Motorhome Club service area. I mentioned the water and waste, but you'll find the rubbish and recycling as well, and it varies from site to site and area to area as to what and how you recycle. Over here is where you empty your loo. Nice big chute there with a hose pipe, and we probably won't do that on this video, but we'll come to that in another one. Okay, so that's about full. sure the cap's on square and tight. And we'll head back to the van and connect her up. Right, as you probably saw, you've got two options. The one that can be filled up on the side and the one on the top. It's really down to convenience or how high your van ends up from the floor as to which one you use. We're going to use the top one. And just simply drop that into the water. Push that home, making sure it clicks. Nice and tight. Get the cap on to keep anything out of there. And that's your water sorted. Right, wastewater next. This is a typical wastewater container. Again, you've got a number of entry points depending on how your van is situated and how you want to empty it. This is how we do it. Now in this case, our waste pipes are at the back of the van, but quite often you'll find them along the side too. And you normally have two exit points. Depends on the configuration of the van, but one will perhaps be just for the shower and the other one will be for the basin and sink or some other combination. But do make sure you get them both connected, which is why you need one of these. And it's simply a push fit. Make sure they're in nice and firm. Angle that down so the water does go in and doesn't spill out. And that is your wastewater connected. Right, just about last but not least, the toilet cassette. We always put some fluid in, and it's there for two reasons really: to stop any nasty smells and to help to break down whatever's in there. One thing, before you take the cassette out to fill, make sure the blade inside is closed, otherwise this won't come out. Again, this is quite an older design, but they're all work on roughly the same principle. This is where all the nasty stuff goes. Now just a little tip here, if you've got, you just pick your van up, this should be nice and clean and empty. What we tend to do is, when we've left site on our previous trip, I'll put a tiny bit of fluid in there with a dash of water just to keep it fresh, but it still needs topping up with the right amount for this trip. So in this case we've only just started using this. We mentioned the pink, blue and green, and as you can see this is a green one. And the cap, you'll find, which you can see there, gives you some measurements so you can go by the manufacturer's instructions as to how much you need. There we go. And most toilet chemical manufacturers will tell you just to add a drop of water and oil just to cover the bottom of the cassette once it's back in its place. Okay, just give her a very gentle shake and she's ready to go. Right, one more thing you need to do is fill up your rinse tank. Now on some caravans you'll find that this is part of the water system, but on quite a few it's still a separate tank, and it depends on what chemicals you're using as to whether you put any rinse in there or not. If you're using the blue fluid, then you'll probably have a pink rinse to go in there. It's really just a perfume stuff, just to help keep it smelling fresh. This stuff, they don't recommend you put that in there, so we're just going to put fresh water in there. So that's water, wastewater and your toilet all done. Right, so I've got the water connected up. What we do now is go inside, open all the taps, turn the pump on and prime the system as Trev mentioned earlier. Right, so almost there now. Just one other thing we want to do, and that's turn on the gas. Just a little, depending on your fitting, just a little tap at the top which you will turn anti-clockwise to turn on. There we go. Right, that about completes it for this one. Keep an eye out for the next video. We'll hopefully be able to share some more hints and tips for you whilst on site.